Here we go. So for those that don't know, Everjoy have Focus, Improve, Win in jungle, who has mainly just played the Sylas. So we see these Sylas bans coming out against them quite often. Darius as well for the Igloss, no need to explain that, you've been here before. Everjoy here banning out Thalia Mel. So we are banning out mostly, Thalia for Stav. You might think, you might think that these are mid lane bans. Mel is a mid lane ban for Anselm, but the Thalia is a ban for Stav. He's well known for his Thalia, for his Kindred. He has other champs. I don't want to spoil them now just in case of bans, but let's see what comes out today. We also see the Ornn ban, so Berserk really doubling down into Igloss's bans. It does give Awaken a bit more freedom with his picks, his Syndra, his Ahri, his Orianna, or things we've seen before. He's not the most comfortable in mid lane, but he's doing pretty well for himself. His positioning in team fights, I would say, is where he really shines as a player. And it's kind of pointless to ban out Everjoy's bot lane. Bieliki kind of plays everything across the board. Let's see what Berserk go for the first pick. Wouldn't be surprised with something like a Varus Corki here. Or maybe a Syndra pick as well. Going for the Caitlyn, fair enough. Not many champs can rival this this champion in Caitlyn. We've seen Ezreal have a hard time yesterday for those that follow the UKL match between Everjoy and Team Spawn Peak. So let's see here. Everjoy are thinking about the Jinx, taking it more into that late game team fights. Of course, Caitlyn well known for her lane bullying expertise, able to maybe push you out, get your turret early, and then maybe transition to other lanes to keep pushing on there. Jinx as an answer to Caitlyn. Please correct me in chat. Of course, I still would assume this is a support reliant matchup here. But yeah, Jinx has the range perhaps to trade, but her strengths lie more in getting those resets in the team fights, right? And we're seeing it paired with Karma, which kind of makes sense here. A very strong lane dominant champion in Karma. Everjoy have gone their support early here, so Berserk have the option to pick champions like the Diana, like the Zac, since we won't be seeing something like the Janna. That's been kind of causing havoc in this tournament whenever it's picked into these kind of champions. Causing them troubles to move around, right? Let's see what Berserk go for here. They should be picking something for the bot lane. I like the Seraphine offering both poke and healing. It's the healing is an answer to the Karma poke. Karma being a very strong lane champion, right? And will help the Jinx get through the laning phase, as Jinx usually is quite weak in the early parts of the game. Let's see. Next pick here should be a jungle champion here, I'd assume, or a strong mid laner like the Syndra, like the Ahri. Let's see what we go for here. My odds are on the Diana pick here, potentially. Maybe even a Malphite or a Jarvan. Malphite, Jarvan, both great answers to the Jinx. Of course, the Karma shields are there, but Jarvan, if going lethality, he can always go down the Serpent Fang route. He will be getting the support from Seraphine as well. Let's see here. Everjoy locking in the mid lane Ahri here. And then it would make sense that they will go double down and ban out mid lane champions for Anselm. So we'll get tricky to answer Ahri. I think Ahri into Syndra. Syndra should have an okay matchup. Not special, but you know, if once they hit level 6, right, Syndra has to play her E very well, because Ahri can dash in, charm you, set up the gank. We see Yasuo banned here for Anselm. He's very known for the Yasuo. I like the Poppy ban from Berserk. We've seen Poppy get designated to jungle on Everjoy's team sometimes, and it can mess with the Jarvan in this case. We also see the potential Orianna ban here. We've seen Anselm do really well on Orianna, and as we know, Jarvan Orianna. Very strong combination, especially throwing the Seraphine ult on top of it as well. Let's see. Last ban. Probably not. Well, I think Astra is not too scared of top lane. I was thinking of a GP ban, but we've seen Iglos not do too well on it, at least in the laning phase. And we see the Vi ban, interesting ban. We've never seen Focus Improve when played the Vi. I might be wrong on that because now memory is getting a bit fuzzy. But yeah, interesting ban here. We see Nocturne getting covered. I think it's a great champion in this comp, right? Nocturne Ahri kind of get the pick, get the first reset for the Jinx to start off the fight. And if Berserk want to engage, Nocturne just turns off the lights and they kind of can't really see anything. So it might be hard to coordinate these team fights. Let's see what the response is. Shen is available, Riven is available for Berserk's Astra here. Two champions he's very known for playing. I wonder what he goes for. I think Riven could go really strong here, not gonna lie. Especially if he's comfortable on it. If Nocturne turns off the lights, Riven can kind of go in still a bit blind and kind of do her thing. You don't have a lot of CC you're worried about as Riven, it's literally just Ahri Charm. The traps from Jinx you can kind of dodge around, Karma's W takes too long, Nocturne Sphere takes too long. And laning matchup wise, I mean, I don't really know what wins into a Riven. Garen is the one problem I'm thinking about at the moment. And in fact here I think Astra makes a smart choice here. Maybe he's not, you know, thinking Riven is a safe option. Or maybe his team just wants a bit more frontline. And we see Iglos here posturing for Zahen. We've never seen him play this champion to my knowledge at least. So going to be the debut for the Iglos Zahen if it gets locked in. Let's see. Alright, it's changed last second to Shen. That's more of an Iglos champion. We've seen him play the Shen before. And if you think about it, Shen Nocturne, that's a scary way to engage, right? Similar with the Ahri. Ahri has a bit more shield. And at the end of her dash, the Shen comes out and can just taunt who's in front of them, right? So yeah, we'll talk about these matchups soon. Just waiting on the lobby, seeing if everyone's sorted and ready. Alright, okay. Alright, so anyway, let's talk a bit about this. So, top lane, Shen versus the Sion. I mean, let's say if Sion like oversteps, let's say like level 1, 2, I think that's really realistically where the kill angles for Shen is, if you can poke down the Sion a bit. But other than that, I mean, Sion's just chilling pretty much. You don't like, you shouldn't be in a position to hard win the lane against Shen. I don't think both sides should ever like be fully, you know, completely destroying the lane. I think both just will be able to farm and affect team fights in the mid to late game. It does make always a problem when you have champs like Shen, like Karthus, right? Because every engage you do, every gank you do, you have to consider that Shen might end up teleporting in, right? And that's always going to be a problem. So it does put like an extra layer of thinking as you're playing. And not only Shen, but yeah, come to think of it, there's also Nocturne that you need to think about, right? So just these two champions alone create this kind of extra level to the game where anything you do, you just kind of have to think about, you know, if Nocturne's coming in, if Shen's coming in this case, right? So I hope Berserk can play around that. It is definitely an extra layer of difficulty. Speaking about Nocturne, let's talk about the jungle matchups here. Nocturne into Jarvan. Yeah, typically Nocturne wins it just because he clears faster, and if Jarvan goes to gank, Nocturne can counter gank effectively. Nocturne counter ganks are very strong. That fear alone is very strong, and turning off the lights for everyone. Nocturne brings a lot of genuine like frontline damage, sort of, like especially in the early game, his Q giving him a ton of AD, almost a whole BF sword at some point. and the fear as well, and being able to dodge one of your spells that could deal damage, right? So you're essentially fighting him with one less spell. He's also fearing you, so you can't auto-attack him, and he also gets a free like double longsword early game, right? So yeah, Nocturne is a champion not to be messed with. Now Jarvan has the range advantage on Nocturne. You can always like kind of bob in and out, EQ, EQ, right? So if played correctly, Jarvan can like play it a bit slower, but there shouldn't be many opportunities for these junglers to meet and fight in a straight up 1v1. But if it happens, Nocturne usually wins it, especially if you can spell shield the knock up and the damage of Q. It's a big spell to miss on Jarvan, and Nocturne just has an ability that not only dodges it, doesn't deal damage to you, but also gives him a huge attack speed boost. So yeah, watch out for this this champion early. Jarvan needs to make smart ganks, smart quick ganks as well, especially once Shen and Nocturne hit those level 6s. And he's on a timer, because Nocturne also farms much faster than Jarvan. So let's watch out for that. Stav got some boots to fill, but we believe in you. Definitely the more experienced jungler in this matchup. As focus improvement has not had the same level of games as Stav has in the role, but still, I mean, the results speak for themselves. He's a very good Silas player. Let's see here in mid lane, Ahri versus Syndra. We spoke a bit about this while drafting. Ranges are relatively similar. The issue is if Ahri doesn't have flash, he still has ult, and if Syndra doesn't have flash, well, you need to play the E very smart. Like you need to choose whether to stop the Ahri or stop the Nocturne, right? In general, though, a great champion scale as well. Anselm has shown a lot of good stuff on the Syndra, and he also plays Ahri as well. He is facing Awaken, but Awaken perhaps maybe not as comfortable as him on the role. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. And last but not least, this bot lane Caitlyn Seraphine versus Jinx Karma. In terms of raw strength, I mean, Caitlyn trumps Jinx, and Seraphine is great into Karma, because you can poke yourself, but you also heal, right? Guys, let me know if the sound is okay, if everything is fine. If not, I can change it and maybe, you know, redo some stuff. But let's see, maybe we can put this one up a bit more. There we go. Alright, so here we go. Berserk versus Everjoy, game 1. Who are you rooting for, guys? Don Ricardo, welcome to the chat. Always nice to see you, Mr. Tony. Of course, supporting Ventus today. So yeah, Karma Jinx somehow need to push this lane in. If they manage to crash the wave and get a recall in, that's their benefit. If not, Caitlyn Seraphine should be able to outpoke and out-heal the damage they receive. We're starting to see some early game trades here. As expected, the Shen does have a bit more priority in his damage. Sion's damage a bit more predictable, but Astra's doing a great job at trading. But he is down a potion already. Gloss has had a lot of experience to play against some of the best Scions, at least from the UK region, not only in solo queue. I'm sure the experience will come in handy. Astra now, no potions, no mana. Who forced Stav to play Jarvan the 4th? It's so over. Alright, let's hope not. Gloss with the flash. Auto there finishes off Astra there in a bit of a surprising twist of events, but yep, as expected, the early game does go in Shen's benefit. We see a gank attempt here in the bot lane. We'll at least try and get the flash here. Monster healing up a lot, but holding on to his flash. He does go down. Fabianski picking up the kill. What I like about Fabianski's pool of champions is that if he picks up the kill, it's never really that bad. He plays Seraphine, Nami, Lulu, Milio. All these champions do pretty well in the laning phase with a kill. Let's see here. Both junglers crossing into the top side Scuttle Crab. Focus improvement. Caught in a bit of an awkward spot. And we see now a potential fight over Scuttle. Now, as we said, Nocturne should win the 1v1 here, but Stav still has the smite, and he does not get the Scuttle Crab actually. Wow. But it's a bit of a darn shame here. He also loses his life as focus improvement flashes forward, gets the kill, and now Astra joins the fray. Anselm trying to desperately deal out some damage, but sadly Astra just ends up going down, and this game is really going in an unexpected direction quickly at the moment. A bit of bad plays, a bit of good plays as well, but some decisions better thought about here. I think a key rule for Jarvan is to only EQ in if you're gonna get a kill. We see Anselm here getting towered off by Anselm, forces the flash, and now Awaken is forced to flash himself, but he's gonna get slowed by the Jarvan W and takes 2 tower shots. Stav should have his cooldowns coming back up soon. He throws the flag, he hits the Q, but the damage is not enough. It's not enough, and Awaken walks away with 10 HP after a completely illegal play. And I think Velocious YouTube is onto something here, as the confidence on that flag toss was just simply not there. Oh no, there's our first Nocturne. I completely missed the level 6, and I guess Ventus and Fabianski weren't expecting it, or maybe they were. Heal and barrier will be enough to secure their lives for the moment, but this Nocturne gank absolutely took away everything that Berserk had to defend themselves with here in the bot side. They are slightly ahead in CS, but that's not what you want when playing against a Jinx. We also see Anselm here teleporting to the bot side. A bit of a aggressive teleport, I must add. Expecting something in a quite difficult position to get anything from. Oh, let's see here. Awaken looking for the dive opportunity on Astra here. Eyeglass is crashing the wave. Oh, the charm is missed, but they do get the kill as Awaken is tanking the tower. He uses his Spirit Rush to get out of range and back in just in time. A nicely done dive there, the charm missing, but I'm not sure if it is worth it in the end. Another kill on Shen. But Awaken loses 2 waves here in the mid lane and allowing Anselm free farm. Despite his earlier roam here, Anselm not getting, well, taken advantage of to some extent after this roam from Awaken. Oh, there's Monster getting rooted. Ventus and Fabianski with the roam. And they do manage to get a fair chunk out of him. It does force Monster to recall here, leaving B Licky all alone in the bot side. Now Berserk have to kind of play into the waves, crashing them in. Shen ult is available, and Nocturne ult is available as well. Just keep in mind, Berserk's bot lane here, still no flashes, but at least barrier has come up for Ventus. Iglos still laying down a lot of pressure here in the top side. There's our first dragon, and Stav was trying to be sneaky and take the grubs. But a quick check from Awaken and Iglos do take him down. But he does successfully manage to take 2 before falling. Let's see, we're expecting some good team fights coming up soon here. Of course, Everjoy have an extreme advantage here in the mid-top side. But if Ventus maybe can find a position here, I'd really like to see stuff playing around him more. He has the first item build. And maybe we can accelerate this Caitlyn and go help out the top lane. Sneaky in the bot lane here. I feel a gank coming here. We see Licky and Monster kind of hovering these bushes. They got the vision down. And that Nocturne is just hovering for the moment. Nocturne does teleport back here. So this might be a gank opportunity. Fabianski lands the root. He lands the Charm ultimate. But the Jinx Trap stops Stav's dash and he goes in while the Shan's taunting here. We are kiting away. Iglos forced off his lane. Will be teleporting back. Let's see, here comes Astra with the ult. The Nocturne spell shields it, tanking the most part, but a great Q from him. Lands on 3. And the follow-up from Ansen there. The Caitlyn ult does not drop B-Licky, he lives by a bit. But the Nocturne will go down to Ventus of all people. That's a shutdown on him. And Awaken tries to get something from the play, but Ventus living off the barrier and living on a prayer there. Berserk walk away with 2 kills and a shutdown. That does at least help out the gold somewhat. Astra there with the killer Q. That decimating smash. Decimating Everjoy's dreams of an easy mid game. Ventus got to be happy about that one. Picks up a lot of gold for himself. Now let's keep in mind Everjoy are kind of playing this without an AD carry, as B-Licky still has a while to go before coming relevant. You see Stav here might get a gank opportunity on Igloss. There's the taunt out. Astra and Stav pelleting away onto Igloss. The damage is there. There's the Jinx rocket from downtown. And Igloss just so tanky, so healthy. And still dishing out a ton of damage. Berserk decide to back off the play. Another gank opportunity on bot lane. Fabianski with a massive ult. And we will be able to trade 1-for-1 there. The shutdown for Ventus as he takes down Awaken. And to make matters worse, Monster gets the kill credit for Ventus's kill. I don't think he had a shutdown though. But yeah, Awaken definitely had one. And Ventus picking up another shutdown. Good times, good times. As we like to say, 1 HP and a dream, indeed. There's been a couple of moments like that in this game already. Let's see what happens here. We see focus improvement, engages onto Ansel. There's the Jinx rocket, there's the fear, the flash is forced. And now Ansel goes down to the Nocturne Q. Finishing off that Syndra. Another kill for the Nocturne. It's just funny seeing these tanks fight each other, but I must have respect for the damage Igloss is pumping out at the moment. He's really hurting Astra. To be fair, he's not even built a singular item, kind of sitting on components currently. Maybe things will get better for him later. Oh, we see an engage here. Anselm gets the gank off and B-Licky tries to flip the kill, but he ends up going down to Ventus. Another kill in his pockets. And now Monster is the target. He gets stunned under turret. The trap does not land, but it does not matter as Anselm picks up the kill with a Q from downtown. Berserk are still in it. Took them a while to get their motors running, but it seems like they've kicked it up to high gear here. Especially Ventus, keeping calm, cool, collected. Oh no, Astra goes down yet again to Igloss. He's really having a hard time in this matchup. If I was Berserk, I'd honestly send Caitlyn Seraphine to push in this top side. Keep Ansel mid. And then have Astra bot lane just holding the wave against Jinx Karma. Alright, that wave should have never crashed, but it did, and Awaken capitalizes, gets the turret. We might have some trouble here for Everjoy as they find Awaken, but there comes the Shen ult, there comes the Nocturne ult, and Ventus is the first to fall, and that's not what you want. Iglos flashes forward, gets the taunt off onto Ansem and pretty much destroys him with a combination of the Titanic Hydra and his Dusk and Dawn item there. It's a very strong Shen. All in the meanwhile, Bieliki happily farming in the bot side, taking everything. Taking plates, taking minions uncontested. We see Iglos looking for blood here. Gets the knock up and goes to the bot side tier 2 turret. He might need to check his driver license there. He does not get the connect onto the turret, but for some weird reason it still does the Herald charge. Okay. Can someone better than me explain why Herald did the charge there? Since Iglos kind of rode it into a wall. I kind of don't understand why it's still charged, but Everjoy cheating allegations. We should disqualify them. Yeah, there was a lot of debate as to how this matchup in top lane would play out, Iglos versus Astra. And it seems like Iglos wanted to put the debate in the dirt here. Currently 4-0-3 on his Shen. And he's doing a stellar job at keeping his space. Thank you, Daniko. So apparently if Herald lands next to a turret, it will charge anyways, but if it's landing far away, it won't charge. Alright. I feel like that should be taken out of the game. I mean, come on. What's next? Jungle camp timers? Oh wait. We already have those. Ventus picking up the blue buff instead of Anselm. An interesting choice for sure. Auto smite. Wouldn't that be the dream? That's what junglers need, you know? Maybe they can finally stop missing dragons so much. Whoops, my mid laner. I had auto smite on and your cannon is now gone. Wait a minute. Is Iglos gonna go down here? Is Ventus picking up another shutdown? No, it will be Stav with the 500 gold shutdown. Hey, a bit of a missed opportunity here. Berserk could have picked up a fair chunk of change onto Ventus. But I guess we didn't want Iglos to randomly one-shot our carry now, did we? Awaken finds Fabianski, but he won't take him down. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. Fabianski goes down. Astra forced to flash, but here comes the charm and Bieliki dealing a ton of damage. And in such a small quarters, you'd expect Sion to not go down there, but the damage coming out currently is just enough to take him out of the game. And we also see, to make matters worse, the dragon is now taken. And Nocturne ults a defenseless Caitlyn, all under turret, flash used, barrier used, he goes down anyways. And Everjoy now in a leading position in this match. Berserk are definitely in trouble. Ansem takes the turret. And he will be recalling, but this is open season for a free Baron, and I don't think Berserk have anything they can do to contest this. There it is. Now we get the reset. We might get a big fight here to end the game, guys. Stay tuned. Let's see how it goes. Baron buff, such a strong buff to push in turrets with. And here we go, we pull the trigger onto Ventus. Nothing he can do, no flash available. Everjoy are here, there's the Shen ult. Fabianski lands a nice ult, but it's an ult to escape with when things have already gone south. And it does seem like Everjoy might actually end the game here. They have a Jinx, guys, I've seen this happen before. 20 seconds on the clock. Might not end that quickly, but definitely every time that Berserk go down here, they're gonna lose a lot if Jinx is still alive. Oh, Iglos just flashes onto Ansel. He gets the Zhonya's. Bieliki flashing forward as well. And here goes Iglos, picks up another kill for his team. And I was maybe correctly predicting the end here. It seems like Everjoy really pushing it deep. That's one turret down. Jinx damage. Gets those passive resets. Another topside turret, another open inhibitor. Blink and you miss it, guys. This game is falling down faster than Rome when Cleopatra was in the picture. A bit of a history thing there for our history nerds out there. Oi, oi, oi. So yeah, probably Everjoy here want to reset, get the dragon. We see Astra here popping the ult on Sion. Oi, 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 awaken. Looking for Ansem. There's the Nocturne ult. It's all over the place, guys. It's all over the place. Berserk have no idea what to do at the moment. I don't blame them. 12k deficit, hard to come back from. Ay, guys, what can I say? We're pretty much watching paint dry at the moment. The exciting part happens if Berserk finds some picks here. Let's see. That's the last turret before the Nexus, the last inhibitor. And it also goes down here. The Saving Grace Baron is finished. So this push is a lot more manageable here from Berserk. A nice attempt here from Everjoy, I must say. Awaken goes in, chunks Fabianski, and the Jinx rocket there would have landed under some better conditions. It does give space for this dragon to be taken. I mean, I don't think Berserk would contest anyways, but this is gonna be the Infernal Soul for Everjoy. And now here it comes. Potentially the last push here. Berserk need to clear the minions. Try and stall out this game as much as possible. Get their last items before the next fights. It's a 14 stack Magi Zari. We also have the GA built on Nocturne. Astra pretty much not able to move at the moment. Here's the Nocturne out. Staff goes in. Flashes out. Turrets are getting focused. A nice ult from Seraphine. And we get some kills across the board here, but... oh wow, actually... wait a minute. It's an open Nexus. Oh no, Ventus gets splashed on, but he will survive thanks to the Nexus healing. Focus improve win. No! He is the nightmare of the match, finishes of the match and all that chaos. It was looking so good for Berserk. Alright, howdy there everybody. How you doing? I hope you got a glass of water, fresh cup of coffee, whatever you need to get through the next game. So bans would probably be very similar. We see a change in sides as well. Everjoy will be now on blue side, as Berserk chose to go into the red side. Blue side, red side. So yeah, self-explanatory. Mel, just a hard laner to lane against, right? And Ansem does really well on it. Talia for Stav seems to have worked out. He didn't look as confident as he does on this champion while playing Jarvan. Let's see what else comes out here. I'm curious if Berserk changed a lot of their comp or if they keep what was working. I think Ventus and Fabianski did pretty well, all things considered. So let's see. I'm just reading the comments now from Call Me We. Yeah, that was a rough sequence for that gank opportunity. Let's see. First pick, interesting choice here, Senna. Could go as a support or AD carry. Or if you're feeling spicy, top lane as well. But I highly doubt Iglos is pulling out the Senna top lane today. Let's see how Berserk respond to this Senna pick. Ideally, you want like some all-in bot lane. Because if you go for poke, Senna, maybe with Seraphine as well, they will out-heal your poke. Something like Leona Corki goes hard here, or even like Nami Lucian is a good lock-in. Not the biggest fan of Jhin, but he does have, they're going for poke, aren't they? Alright, let's see how it goes. Sona was an interesting cover. I think Sona, there's merits for saying like maybe Sona can outscale Senna. Or usually Senna is taken to outscale enchanters. I forgot which one that is, but Sona well known as a good Lulu counter for the fact that you just sit in lane, heal up her poke, and then you just outscale her. I'm not sure if it works the same with Senna though. And let's see. There's the Swain locked in. Again, this can go Swain middle, or it can go Swain support, or it can even be Swain AD carry. Oi, Everjoy, what are you doing to us? And potentially here, Kazakhs. Alright, we're undecisive between the Kazakhs, the Graves, the Jarvan, Nafiri. Okay, let's give him a second to decide here. And we lock in the Nafiri. You're able to go Serpent's Fang on this champion as well, which does have some benefits. To the Karma, right? Playing against Karma. Yeah, sure, Swain AD carry. Why not? Mage bot laners. And Biliki, he does play it. He does play the Karthus as well. Interesting choice here, going for the Kindred jungle. We know he's more than capable on it. It's just not always that you see this champion in a competitive setting. Kind of usually a reliant champion on resources and your team helping you out. But Stav is very confident on this champion. I'm looking forward to it. We should all be looking forward to see his Kindred play. Kindred into Nafiri. Nafiri in theory should have a faster clear. Not by too much, but as it did get nerfed recently. We see Olaf ban here from Everjoy. We know Astra is commonly playing this champion. Interesting Sion ban here from Berserk. Hello, Carl. Nice to see your message. We see also the Malphite ban. Oi. I saw your message and instantly thought of ramen. I haven't eaten today. I put the rice in the rice cooker though, and I have some slow cooked beef waiting to go with it. Ay, ay, ay. So, Oriana ban from Berserk. Sorry, from Everjoy. Interesting Oriana ban, I must admit. I would assume Everjoy want the Oriana for themselves if Swain is going bot lane. No money, no money, Carl. Sorry. You'll have to pay for my food. And my sake, of course. Yeah. We didn't really talk about it, but Berserk locking in Yone here. A lot of attack damage coming out of Berserk. It kind of leads me to believe we're gonna get something like a Gwen Rumble top lane from them. We know Anselm on the Yone is hella strong. 200 euro on the bank? Well, that's 192 euro more than I have at the moment. Yo, yo, yo. Let's see, our last pick. It's gonna be potentially Kennen? What? Shen again. Okay, let's see what they pick. We are indeed struggling. We are indeed struggling. If you have 5 euro in the bank, buy. Okay, let's not say that live. Oh, yo, yo. Yep, Freaky. That's exactly the place Carl is saying. Sapporo. I mean, we're not sponsored. Like, their food is good, but the price is atrocious. It's too much, especially for the amount of food they give you. But they're allowed to charge that much, because pretty much every day there's a whole queue of people, and sometimes they don't even serve you because there's too much people. But yeah, ramen's pretty good. And we have our last pick here in LeBlanc, so it's gonna be a Yone top lane. Interesting. Looking forward to it. Yone into the Shen matchup. Oh my god, they're talking so much. Alright, just waiting on the lobby to settle down. And we'll get right into the... Alright. So, Shen against Yone. Yone pretty much starts off a bit weak against the Shen. And then, you know, after Blade of the Ruin King, the Yone will have a nice time. Of course, if Shen gets too ahead, I mean, the damage Yone will be doing should be negligible. So this might be a tough matchup here for Yone, and given he's playing against Eyegloss, brother to one of the best Yones, not only in Malta, but in all of Europe, you know, he might be on to some of the tricks that this Yone will deliver. But Astra, he's pretty good, so let's see if he can get some redemption from this game too. Jungle-wise, Naafiri Kindred, looking forward to this. Both junglers just want chaos, want to fight. Yeah, so I mean, clear speed-wise, Naafiri is a bit faster early game. Kindred's clear speed kicks up with a couple of items. And yeah, apart from that, Kindred does scale a lot better, significantly better than Naafiri, who tends to fall off in the later parts of the game. But this champion does have very good options this game. Can go on LeBlanc, can go on Yone, can even ult the Jhin. Of course, Karma Shields are going to be there, and Kindred ult is there too, so you'll have to watch out for these two abilities. We've never seen focus improvement on the Naafiri, so I mean, we've never seen him on the Nocturne, but he did pretty okay for himself in the last match. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does well this game too, but Staff's Kindred is one of mythical tales. We're looking forward to seeing it getting unveiled. It's been a while since he's played League of Legends, let's just say that. He's been very busy with exams. So do forgive him if the game is not to his best, you know, he can maybe play a bit better. But now summer is open, so we're looking forward to it. What's going on in the chat here? The place is too small, sadly. Speaking of Nafiri, she's still disgusting champion. I mean, she's still an assassin, right? But the thing is about Nafiri, it's like you're not like Rengar level assassin, right? You still need time, you still need to land your skill shots. So, like, she's like kind of between an assassin and bruiser, and when it comes to like late game oriented fights, you don't have enough damage to one-shot carries, and you don't have enough tankiness to survive that initial deep dive, right? That's why she has so much mobility to try and compensate for that fact. Alright. Lobby is starting now. Alucard said Randuin's Omen and GG. Yes and no. To some extent, yes, but LeBlanc being solo AP here, if Everjoy spec a lot into armor, could deal a lot of damage. I see it's gonna be Senna support and Swain AD carry. Something to watch out for there. Alright. So, mid lane. Lissandra versus the LeBlanc. LeBlanc should have the early game advantage. A very strong champion. Lissandra in itself doesn't really have a lot of good trading patterns, her Q being the only like theoretically landable ability in this matchup. So we should be looking out for that. I think LeBlanc should win it, but later on Lissandra ult, man, it's a tricky one, you know? You have targets like Neon, like the LeBlanc. If they get targeted with Lissandra R, Nafiri follows up, one-shots, and then the fight can really begin, especially Nafiri with a Shen ult on top. A bit of a overall sort of draft. I would say some members of Everjoy want to go in, while some members are kind of happy playing in the mid-range, kiting, and like maybe dealing damage, and waiting for Berserk to all in. That's Veigar. Ah, shoot. Okay, my bad. It's not LeBlanc, it's Veigar. Apparently there was some mix-up. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. Anselmo and Veigar, it's a pretty good champion for him. And he also plays Lissandra, so he'll be able to take advantage of that short range that she has.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Oi. Wakatta pozu da yo. Where would we be without pauses? No ignite Nafiri, no balls. Oi. No reason given at the moment as to why the pause happened. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. There we go. let's see. Swain bot lane here. Interesting choice by Ventus going the Doran's Helm first item. Let's see. Both junglers here kind of pathing opposite each other. Very interesting to see here. We might get the Nafiri tower dive in the top side. Yone is weaker in these earlier levels, and Nafiri a great tower diving champion. Big fight here in the bot side, but nothing comes out of it except some trading. Fabianski using the heal to stay healthy in lane. If there's ever a time to abuse this Swain, it's now or never. That Swain will be an immovable object in the coming few minutes. We get our first gank here onto Awaken. He might be flashing for it and he does get the kill. There's the mark secured. He might end up going down, but it's not at the cost of nothing, as he does manage to burn. Focus improve wins flash their stuff with the kill, mark, and using up the enemy jungler's flash here. Oi oi oi, and Ansem lives the exchange as well, arriving to his mid lane first. Damn, and that's exactly what we expected there. A bit of an unfortunate moment here for this young. Astra is now behind in CS as well. Not really the best moments we've seen out of him. A lot of players questioned if Iglos can actually take on Astra, but I guess here's the answer. As Iglos bringing his Shen forward here, making the best use of it, and the fun part is Astra is actually a pretty good Shen player himself. Might have been the time to pick up this champion. We do see the dragon being taken. Stav a lot more confident on his Kindred here. He's up in CS, he has a kill, and he's got the dragon. let's see here. The gank attempt. Monster flashing away with a bit of health. And sadly he will survive, and there's the counter gank from the Nafiri that Al should be resetting there. And now, double kill for this Nafiri. 3 kills for Everjoy here, none for Berserk. An unfortunate set of events there. We had the Kindred ult as well, but Stav thinks maybe best to keep it for a later time. They were still dead there probably. But let's see, this does make it a bit harder here for the Berserk bot lane. Alright, as Matthew McConaughey would say. Still though, despite maybe a bit of the earlier troubles here, Ventus and Fabianski are holding their own in this lane. But now that Bieliki is here with the Swain out, he has flash available to him. He knows both Fabianski and Ventus don't have flash, and it seems like he's really looking to try and get an engage off. Don't shout, guys. Stav is looking for a gank. He's come behind from the Dragon Wall, from the Tri-Brush, to get an angle here on their bot lane. And Bieliki uses the ult here. The Swain ult is used. The flash is still available, but the flash is used to secure a kill onto Ventus. And almost at the same time, their top lane, Astra, falling to the gank from Nafiri. Here comes Awaken with his teleport. He has his ult available, but they won't even need to use it. Here comes the Shen ult, following the Kindred ult. There's the Veigar stun. Oh my, Awaken falls down to the last auto, but that missed position there gives a quick 2 kills to Bieliki. As both Stav and Fabianski fall there. Anselm back to the mid lane. Let's see here. This Swain's gonna be quite the monster, just like his support. Yeah, this is a bit problematic in top lane as well. We are down 20 CS. We see Awaken here being the main focus of Berserk. He is having a bit of trouble on this champion. I think that's the way out for Berserk. Try and get as much possible from Awaken's maybe mistakes here in the mid lane. And it does lead into the second dragon of the match. Berserk are on it, but it seems like Everjoy might want to contest. They have a fed Swain with a big Swain ult, and this could be disastrous. We don't have Kindred ult available. Oh, Stav dashes into the root. A lot of abilities getting thrown away here. Astra teleports in. He finds a knock up onto Monster. And there's the counter engage here from Berserk. Stav lives and we get the dragon as well. Astra coming in with the teleport to save the play. And dragon is secured with a kill on top of it. And now Monster forced to flash. But here comes the Jhin ult. And we do secure the kill. But not before Stav falls actually here to the Senna. Focus improve win. He should know what Yon can do and he does. He walks away at just the last bit of health. As Awaken comes in to secure it, but Anselm follows up and he takes out Awaken and now lives with just 1 HP, barely an HP bar. Holy fighting here over this dragon. A lot of chaos. Aiglos was just happily farming away. We see Focus improve win here, tries to find Anselm, but no, the shield from Karma will save him. A lot of back and forths here. Got a bit hard to track there towards the end. Staff falling, a bit of a tragedy there. Could have maybe been prevented. But in the end, Berserk walk away with the majority of the kills and a dragon. You can't be too sad about that. We are still down in gold, but still fighting on. It's a massive 50 CS difference here in top lane though, as Aiglos is getting very ahead on the Shen. Yeah, Astra's not having a great time up here. And it's a bit of a shame because I don't think a jungle gank will do it. We might need to send in the big boys like Anselm to deal big chunks of damage here on the Shen. Oi, 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 look at the damage coming out. But there's the Shen ult. This is enough. Yes, it is. Anselm managing to take down Awaken. Astra was trying desperately to stop Aiglos' teleporting. But Anselm needed no help in taking out Awaken himself. Looking more comfortable on the Veigar than Awaken is on the Sandra at the moment. Oh no, more improved win. Focus improved win here comes in. And it seems like Stav and Anselm were not able to take him out. He gets a quick double kill from the exchange and continues pushing in the mid lane. Oh, we got a big fight here. Anselm missed the target. He almost got away with it too with that Hextech Proto Belt, but the follow-up damage currently from Everjoy being too much for him. Stav next to fall, and there goes the mid lane turret as well, and a quick double kill dive here for the Naafiri. And this game's looking a bit cooked currently in the 15th minute. There goes the dragon! First dragon Everjoy pick up here. But who needs dragons when you're dominating these fights and skirmishes? Small wins here. We do secure the Rift Herald here as Berserk managed to take the objective and walk away. Now Astra needs to be a bit careful, but Berserk do spot the potential dive opportunity here on Astra. We see Anselm here, Onslaught, completely hunting down Awaken, but Focus Improve Win is here to save the day. Oh, we see Stuff here using his ult, saving his allies, and we do get the return play. An amazing Kindred ult there. It does lead to 2 great kills for Berserk. And a shutdown for Ventus as well, because why not? Let's have a look at those Stena stacks, guys. We've not checked them out. Currently 87 here at the 18th minute for Monster. Baron is spawning here in the next minute. And I'd imagine Everjoy want to start walking towards it and dropping down some deep vision. If Berserk stand a chance, they need to get there before and try to lay down the groundwork for themselves. You see Stuff here gets noticed by Awaken. His flash is forced as the damage from Awaken here is real and Stuff goes down. Meanwhile, Focus Improve Win just absolutely decimates the Berserk backline here. He dives in onto Ventus and Fabianski, takes them out, pretty much not even taking any damage himself after all healing. Completely crazy moments from the Snapiri. Let's see there the cage from Anselm. Astra trying to hold down the fort, and his ult does manage to at least CC down Focus Improve Win. Anselm picking up the kill and the shutdown. It's a fat boy Anselm here sitting on 2.5k gold now after that. And the flash Q does not connect. Would have been a double kill for Anselm. Here comes the curtain call and the Jin snipe from Ventus from downtown. Fabianski following up on Awaken. It's a quick 3 kills for Berserk and 1 for Everjoy. It always feels like the issue playing against teams like Everjoy here is that every time you get this man advantage and you get the kills, one of them is always pushing in your side lanes, getting a lot of farm in exchange. It kind of negates the play, right? Because if you got 500 gold from the kills and someone on Everjoy got 300 gold on side lane, well, you kind of got 200, not 5, right? So it negates itself. Berserk 6k gold down currently, but they're not out. Their spirits have not been crushed at the moment. They are still playing it. As we can see, Anselm, Astra still trying their best. Ventus with the curtain calls, Fabianski dropping the shields. Stuff, that ult on the last fight in the top side there, getting that double kill. Let's see if we can turn things around. Item wise, we are not that far away. It's really the jungle role that's a bit problematic. Just specifically the Snafiri. 4 items up, no one's even close to that. Well, Anselm at least has 3. Oh, be quiet, guys. A very sneaky thing is happening before our eyes. And it looks like it might be working. It's down to 8k. Everjoy are coming. The Baron might be taken, but can we get the smite off? Yes, we can. Berserk get the smite on Baron. But can they escape with the Baron buff? Ansem goes down. Staff follows. Meanwhile, on the top side, Astra takes out Awaken in the 1v1. 3 members of Berserk are still alive. Ventus and Astra running away as best they can. Iglos teleporting in. He gets the taunt from the teleport. That's freaking crazy. And Ventus gets dived right after. Fabianski, the only one standing here with the Baron buff. It's a respectable play though, as at least you don't give Everjoy Baron buff. But they don't need Baron buff since they're so ahead at the moment. And they will be taking 2 turrets here, potentially even an inhibitor. The dragon is up, and that could be a fighting point here if Berserk want to try their luck with it. We saw Fabianski as well, dropping the Herald in the mid lane turret. Oh no, Staff just spawned in. He lives! And Iglos goes down. The damage from Ansem is just crazy. Let's have a look at his stacks. He's sitting on 311 free ability power currently. 670 AP on this Veigar. Not gonna lie, those Infernal Dragons would have been clutch for what he wants. Oh, Awaken gets caught again here. He uses the Rocket Belt to get out and try to dodge the Jin Curtain Call. He dodges 1 bullet, but the damage is not enough to deal anything significant to him currently. Oh no, Awaken flashes forward onto Ansem. He gets caught out and the Nafiri ult ends his being there. Blinky puts up the ult on the Swain. Astra going in, trying to find more. There's the ult from the Dion. Here comes Awaken on the side. He gets the snare off. A 1-for-1 at the moment. There's the Shen ult as well. Staff and Ventus get caught in the root. No! They will be taken out as Everjoy there get a nasty taunt from Iglos. And that will be a complete ace. 1-for-5 in the favor of Everjoy. And I won't be surprised if they will be ending the match right here. 30 seconds on that clock. Plenty of time to deal damage to this Nexus. We're watching a slow burn here. It was a 6-spec TP. That was a crazy teleport from Iglos into the taunt. And it does seem to succeed. Everjoy just a bit above the rest. What a great, fast action-packed game from them. Berserk. Better luck next time. Oi, 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 guys, what